All right, guys, so it is a beautiful day in the Dirty J. We are in our backyard. So this is the Seaside Garden of 2021. Now, if you guys remember last year, we did do the pumpkin patch. And if you can remember, that ended about right here. So I expanded this entire garden about, I don't know, 15, 20 feet or so. I believe the entire garden is about 30 feet. This is our baby. This is what we were working on. So I kind of want to take you guys through. Now, it is the way that Isis developed, or I guess designed this garden. It is a walkthrough. So I am going to walk into it with you and kind of show you everything that we're growing. So what we're going to do, since you guys saw the pumpkins last year, we're going to start all the way on the end. So this is the pumpkins. All right, so we have two different varieties. So this one right here, these are jack-o'-lantern pumpkins. Now these babies are, God, how old are they? They're probably like 2 weeks old at this point. So we have 3 of them. We did plant 4, but this one did not germinate. So we have these 3 right here. They're doing, these are actually 2. So we're gonna have to trim one of these out. We'll probably get rid of this one because you can only have 1 per mound. And then these babies over here, these are like mini pumpkins. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4 of those mini pumpkins. And then back here we have, now Isis has everything labeled. This is nasturtium. Now, throughout the garden, you're gonna see that we planted a bunch of different plants that are supposed to keep bugs away because we're trying to be somewhat, use like no pesticides. So nasturtium, this is one of the plants that we looked up that is supposed to keep bugs away. So we planted them right near the pumpkins. Right next to the pumpkins, you're gonna come right over here. These are strawberries. Now, you're gonna see that we have these, what the hell are these things called? You know, we have these. The reason that we have them is, it's actually a funny story. Let me see if we have a pumpkin, or let me see if we have a strawberry in here anywhere. Probably not, because I'll tell you the story as to why. So we had an animal that was eating our strawberries. We were talking about it. We're like, man, it's either a squirrel or a cat, because you guys know that we have cats that like run around our development. Excuse me. So we came out here and we've had probably like, I don't know, maybe 6 strawberries so far, and they all have like nibbles on them and like bites in them. And a couple of them look like they were getting like clawed at. So we definitely thought it was, I thought it was a squirrel. Eli thought it was a cat. Isis thought it was the squirrels as well. So we were kind of watching it and we're like, you know what, let's see if we can, you know, kind of see it. So we kind of staked out. You guys know what was eating the strawberries? And I don't even know why we didn't even think about it. It was our dog. So we saw our dog come into the garden and literally nibble all the red strawberries up. So my dog likes strawberries. FYI, keep your dog away from strawberries. All right, next to that we have, these are blueberries. Now you're gonna be able to see them here. So that is the blueberries growing. They're there, they are here. Now, the blueberries, they do really well in Jersey. There's certain things like Jersey soil does really well in, and blueberries is one of them. We are actually I believe the blueberry capital of the world in Hamilton. All right, y'all, look at this. This is grapes. This is beautiful. Look, they look like big maple leaves almost. So this is what grapes look like. Now, I am not 100% sure as to what we're supposed to do with this thing, but check this out. I mean, it's a gorgeous plant. It's gotten a lot of growth since we put it in, but we don't really know what to do with it. Now, right behind it, here, this is another type of grape. So we have red grapes, and we have, what are the other ones? Green grapes. I don't know which is which. But this one right here, this one's doing really well. So So I think what we have to do is trellis this to the fence, and it's kind of gonna like turn and go that way, I think. Anyway, now let's get to the herb section. Now again, there are like alleys, so you can like walk in. You can walk in here. You can walk in down here. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's walk in here. 'Cause over here, we have planted sweet corn. Nothing. Now we do have other corn growing. I just wanted to show you that not all the stuff that we planted grew. So if you grew stuff and it didn't seed, it's all right. All right, so this is the herb section. Check this out, you guys. So this is cilantro. Cilantro is thriving in this garden. I mean, if you compare this cilantro to everything else that we're growing, it's massive. It's like a little tree. We have actually used the cilantro. We made a cilantro lime chicken. So if you have any suggestions as far as all the herbs, what we can do with them, give us some ideas. All right, so right behind the cilantro, we have sage. Clean that off. So that's our sage. Sage, I really like to do when I made fresh pasta for a living. Like I made people's pasta dishes for them. We would do a lemon butter sage pasta with prosciutto. Oh, amazing. So we have some sage. Sage is really good with chicken too. Right behind the sage, we have mint. Now Isis has been having a lot of like homemade tea. Mint is amazing for digestion. It's amazing if you have like IBS issues. Mint is really good. So that's the mint. Now marigold, I believe that marigold is another one of those plants that is supposed to keep bugs away. So that's why we planted that. So that is growing here. Okay, so then right behind that, now this is the first sweet corn that is growing. Well, that I'm gonna show you. So that is what corn looks like. Now there is a big one all the way down there that I will show you, but for right now, that's the first sweet corn. I think we have a couple varieties of corn. So we're gonna walk out here. Now again, it's like alleys. So there's an alley. It's as far as like watering purposes. So it's kind of like sections, like pumpkin section, berries, herbs. So then you get down this alley. This is basil. Obviously, y'all know what basil is. Use it for pesto. Use it for caprese sandwiches. I love basil. Basil's probably one of my favorite herbs behind sage. I would say sage is probably number one, and basil is probably my number two. So we're gonna come down here. We're gonna walk into the garden. Now this is a cucumber section. Now if you look, we have a little one starting right there. And I think that's it for right here. But if you continue down this way, we have more of the nasturtium. So again, this is supposed to keep the bugs away. A little bit farther down, this is the cucumbers, I guess, that are going. So there's one right here. There's one right here. Again, we're gonna trellis this stuff to the fence. Let's walk back out. All right, so this section right here, on this side, this is like the end of the herb. So this is lavender. It is just starting to turn purple now. I'm not sure if that's gonna focus or not. Excuse me. But that's lavender. All right, this side right here, watermelon. So the watermelons are doing really well. So that's what they look like. We have 2 here, 4, and then 6. So we have 6 watermelons. If we go back, now check these out. These are probably the coolest looking thing we have. So these, you guys, are called green arrow peas. So this is what peas grow on. Check it out. It's pretty cool, isn't it? So So you can see this one is thriving. I'm going to show you this one right next to it, which is like not thriving. But yeah, guys, look at that. Pretty crazy, right? This is what peas. And they develop pods, and I guess they go down and they hang off of these things. And then we have another one right here. So again, these are called green arrow peas. I would say this is probably the coolest plant that we're currently growing. It's just, I've never seen anything like it before. And again, all this stuff in the back, we put all this stuff in the back so it can all trellis. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna go forward again, walk out of the garden. Now, that was the watermelon side. So right next to the watermelons, you're gonna come here. Here is the cantaloupe. So this is what cantaloupe, these are weeds right here. So this is cantaloupe. We have 6, 7, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, we have 12 cantaloupe altogether. And then behind the cantaloupe, I am not sure what that is. Because there's no, is there something on the sign? Oh, you know what it is, guys? More mint. So we have more mint here. I believe mint as well keeps bugs out of your garden. So again, we're trying to do like the somewhat organic thing. This right here is a Chinese maple, or I'm sorry, Japanese maple that we brought back to life. So check these out. These are, I don't know, what the hell are these called? I forget what they're called. They're kind of like scallions or chives, but I cannot remember what they're called. These are green onions. They look like, let me put my hand behind it so you can see it. They kind of look like grass. They grow really well. I wish you could smell them because it smells like onion. You do have to trim them, and then when you trim them, they just grow back like a little bit thicker, a little bit stronger. So you can see these right here. The tips are like yellow. They need to be cut. But yeah, so these are like chives. So I'm gonna use these. We have a whole section right here of the onions. And I'm gonna use these for like baked potatoes, all that kind of good stuff. Soups, it's gonna be really good in soups. Now I haven't watered anything yet today, so that's why it looks kind of dry. Right next to the onions, we have carrots. So check out what carrots look like. Now, the interesting thing about carrots and onions, which I never knew this because, you know, we never really grew any of this. All we ever grew was pumpkins. The stuff that does not have seeds, like carrots and onions, when you order seeds, they don't come in looking like seeds. They look like ground up seeds almost. So it's not like a whole carrot seed, because if you think about it, which it makes, you know, complete sense, is carrots don't have seeds. So there's not going to be like a whole carrot seed for you to put into the ground. When you get the packet though, it just looks like a bunch of like, I don't know, it looks like ground up seeds. That's what it looks like. And the stuff that comes like that is the carrots, the onions, anything that doesn't have seeds in it. It's really kind of interesting. All right, all the way to this side, this is where the really good corn is. All right, so this is more corn. So we got one right here. I think we have 4 corn altogether. We have this corn right here. And then our best one is right here. Now, again, this is all like about 2 weeks old. So this is our best looking corn. I'm hoping gonna get to at least like 6 feet. All right, my phone is getting too hot. All right, y'all, my phone overheated, so I apologize for that. So we were at the corn. Next to the corn, we have a couple different types of tomatoes. I'm gonna do this quick. So this is the pink Brandywine tomatoes. All of our tomatoes have probably grown about a foot in size in the last couple weeks. Now these we didn't grow from seed. These were like little mini plants when we started. These are the German Queen tomatoes. And then these are Golden Jubilee. And then the last type of tomato is called Black Prince tomatoes. So we have some little ones, we have some big ones. These, I believe, are yellow tomatoes. Next to that, we have a little bit more nasturtium, again, to keep the bugs away. And then I think the last thing I have to show you guys is the peppers. So these are green peppers, and these are red peppers. So if you look, you can kind of see the little pepper forming right here. So that's the green pepper. And then let me show you guys. This is the red pepper. I'm trying to get out of the sun. It's right, where am I at? It's forming right there. So those are the peppers. And then just right next to that, we have a little bit more marigold to keep the bugs away. But this green pepper is looking good. This grew a lot since yesterday. So there you go, guys. This is our walkthrough garden. Hope you all enjoyed it. I apologize that we haven't put out any videos, but you can see we've been doing a lot. So I'll give you guys another update. Give us a little love. Comment down below so I know how y'all been, because I miss talking to you guys. All right. Peace.